The clock is ticking. The universe has sent an express invitation, and the next 72 hours could redefine your spiritual trajectory forever. But are you ready to answer the call, or will you let this pivotal moment slip through your fingers? This isn't just another day. It's the opening of the 212 portal, a potent catalyst for accelerated spiritual evolution. Those prepared will harness unprecedented momentum for life-altering changes, while those caught unaware may face unnecessary turbulence and confusion. This spiritual upgrade isn't a passive gift. It demands your active participation and a willingness to confront the very areas of your life begging for transformation. So, take a moment and ask yourself, are you truly satisfied with where you are on your path right now? Are your relationships nourishing your soul or draining your spirit? Is your career fulfilling your purpose or merely paying the bills? Is your health supporting your dreams or holding you back from achieving them? What is that one core desire that is surfacing for you right now, the one that feels both exhilarating and terrifying? The 212 portal is synchronistic with a rare alignment of Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, amplifying intuition, compassion, and spiritual awareness, which lights the way. Consider that increased synchronicities and unexpected opportunities are not coincidences, but breadcrumbs leading you towards your highest potential. This 212 portal isn't just a fleeting event. It's a unique window of opportunity with potentially lasting consequences. The choices you make and the actions you take within this timeframe will set the trajectory for the coming months, rippling through your relationships, career, and overall well-being. But its influence extends far beyond your individual experience. It's an invitation to contribute to positive change on a grander scale. By consciously choosing love, compassion, and understanding, you contribute to a ripple effect, elevating the collective consciousness and benefiting humanity as a whole. Understanding and leveraging the energies of the 212 portal isn't some esoteric pursuit. It's essential knowledge for navigating these changing times and crafting a life of purpose and fulfillment. This understanding will empower you to make informed decisions, sidestep potential pitfalls, and align with your highest potential during this period of great reward. The etymological elements of 212 offer deeper insights. In numerology, these numbers signify balance, harmony, and alignment, a cosmic nudge to bring all aspects of your life into equilibrium. This spiritual upgrade isn't about receiving something new, but rather consciously shedding old patterns, embracing your authentic self, and aligning with your highest potential. It's a shift in consciousness, a deepening of self-awareness, and a commitment to living a more purposeful and fulfilling life, and to doing what you have been putting off for far too long. Throughout this video, we'll explore key knowledge threads to navigate the 212 portal, understanding energetic shifts, identifying limiting beliefs, setting powerful intentions, and connecting with your intuition. Remember the challenges you face during this time, the emotional turmoil, the uncertainty, the resistance are not roadblocks, but opportunities for profound growth, healing, and transformation. Are you feeling the weight of the old, the patterns that no longer serve you? Are you truly ready to release them and step into a new version of yourself? What if the chaos around you isn't a crisis, but a catalyst, an invitation to break free from the limitations you've placed upon yourself? The 212 portal holds hidden potential, extraordinary possibilities waiting to be unlocked. It's a doorway to deeper self-discovery, profound healing, and the manifestation of your most cherished dreams. Remember to recognize those synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that confirm you're on the right path, and trust your intuition as the universe guides you along the way. Now, to help you fully harness this incredible opportunity, we'll dive into the 8 things you absolutely need to know about your spiritual upgrade. We'll discuss understanding the nature of the 212 portal, recognizing the signs of spiritual upgrade, how to release old patterns, and set intentions. Plus, we'll talk about embracing your authentic self, connecting with your inner guidance, practicing gratitude, and integrating lessons from your transformation. Each one is crucial, so let's begin. Let's kick things off by demystifying this potent gateway. What if the 212 portal isn't just a date on the calendar, but a profound energetic alignment, a cosmic high five from the universe saying, "You're on the right track. Forget passively waiting for something to happen to you." Think of the number sequence 212 as your personal signal, a validation that your intentions, actions, and awareness are syncing up with divine timing, creating a fertile ground for growth and transformation. When you spot 212, don't just acknowledge it. Celebrate it as confirmation that you're precisely where you need to be. But how does this alignment manifest in the grand scheme of things? Consider the current astrological backdrop. Are you feeling a surge of creative energy or an uncharacteristic urge to break free from old relationship patterns? Perhaps Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is aligning with Uranus, the great awakener, in the grounded sign of Taurus. This potent combination can ignite your artistic spark, helping you release limiting beliefs about love and worthiness and propelling you toward unconventional forms of self-expression. In this case, the 212 portal amplifies these energies, making now the time to take a chance, express your hidden desires, and liberate yourself from anything holding you back from experiencing true joy. And keep an eye out for those breadcrumbs the universe is leaving for you. Are you suddenly having recurring dreams filled with vivid imagery and symbolic meaning? Are you bumping into people who offer precisely the insights you've been seeking? Or are you noticing the same numbers or symbols popping up in unexpected places? These synchronicities aren't random coincidences. They're personalized messages from the universe, nudging you forward on your path. They are whispers of encouragement that you are not alone and that you are supported in making these changes in your life. To actively participate with the 212 portal, set clear and positive intentions. Understand the universe responds to the energy you put out, and is now the time to do it. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's about consciously directing your focus and energy toward the outcomes you desire. Now, how do you know if this spiritual upgrade is actually underway? What does it feel like when your soul is leveling up? The signs are multifaceted, spanning the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual realms. The key is to pay attention and interpret those subtle shifts. Have you noticed a sudden increase in your sensitivity to energy, feeling overwhelmed in crowded places, or more attuned to the vibrations of your surroundings? Perhaps your sleep patterns are changing, with vivid dreams or restless nights as your subconscious processes and integrates new information. Maybe you're experiencing strange physical sensations like tingling, buzzing, or a gentle pulsing throughout your body as your energy field recalibrates. These physical symptoms are your body's way of communicating that profound energetic changes are taking place, so remember to listen to what it is saying. Be prepared for emotional amplification, where feelings intensify or unexpected emotions bubble to the surface. Old wounds or unresolved issues may resurface, not to cause pain, but to be healed. It's like cleaning out a closet. You have to pull everything out before you can organize it. This is your chance to release limiting beliefs, forgive past hurts, and free yourself from emotional baggage. Embrace the discomfort, knowing that it's a necessary part of the clearing process so that you can allow yourself to grow. Know that on the other side of the storm awaits a newfound sense of peace and emotional freedom. In addition to that, prepare yourself for mental clarity and enhanced intuition. It is here that you will seek a deeper meaning and purpose in your life. Perhaps you're experiencing heightened awareness, gaining a new perspective on old problems, or feeling a strong desire to align your life with your true values. Trust that these mental shifts are guiding you toward greater wisdom, understanding, and interconnectedness. But one of the biggest signals of the spiritual upgrade is the increasing desire for authenticity and alignment with your true self. It is a signal to say that enough is enough, and that it is time to live the life you have been dreaming of. You may feel compelled to make changes in your relationships, career, or lifestyle to reflect your evolving values and priorities. Are you feeling the need to end unhealthy relationships, pursue a more fulfilling career path, or shed superficial pursuits in favor of deeper connections. Trust these urges as your soul gently nudging you to live in greater alignment with your authentic self. This means leaving behind anything that doesn't resonate with your soul's purpose. This shift in perspective isn't just a fleeting desire. It's a fundamental transformation that leads to lasting fulfillment and joy. Now, let's talk about shedding those old skins. Are you ready to release the chains that bind you to limiting beliefs and outdated patterns? This 212 portal is the perfect time to dive deep into your subconscious and unearth those hidden saboteurs that have been holding you back from realizing your full potential. Start by journaling. Ask yourself those tough questions. What are my deepest fears? What do I believe I'm not worthy of? Where am I holding myself back from success, love, or happiness? The answers may surprise you, but they hold the key to unlocking your true potential. This process helps reveal thought patterns that are negatively impacting you. From there, you can begin to incorporate shadow work. Shadow work isn't about dwelling on the negative. It's about integrating those repressed emotions and reclaiming your personal power. By acknowledging and accepting your shadow aspects, your fears, insecurities, and self-sabotaging tendencies, you can cultivate greater self-compassion, authenticity, and freedom. This will allow you to reclaim the energy they hold to use for your betterment. But how do you actually release these old patterns and beliefs? Forgiveness is key. Forgive yourself for past mistakes, forgive others for any perceived wrongdoings, and release any lingering resentment or anger. Cord-cutting rituals can also be incredibly powerful, helping you sever energetic ties with people or situations that are no longer serving you. And don't underestimate the power of affirmations. Replace those limiting beliefs with positive statements that affirm your worth, your potential, and your ability to create the life you desire. And remember, challenges and setbacks aren't signs of failure, they're opportunities for growth. Reframe your perspective and ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient? Share those stories of challenges you overcame and how it helped you learn a great lesson about yourself. Every experience shapes who you are, and this one has the potential to be the greatest one yet. Prepare for Thing 4, where we'll harness the power of focused intention to manifest your desired reality, so stay tuned. So you've been diligently understanding the 212 portal, recognizing the signs of your spiritual upgrade, bravely releasing those old patterns that have been holding you hostage, and setting intentions that feel like a breath of fresh air for your soul. Think of it like preparing a garden. You've tilled the soil, removed the weeds, and planted the seeds. But what if the soil itself is contaminated? What if you're sowing seeds of intention in ground that isn't truly you? This is where authenticity comes in, the missing ingredient that transforms potential into reality. Did you feel those synchronicities? Are you still feeling those physical sensations? Did the shadow work expose some unexpected truths? Have your intentions been feeling a little flat? It might be because they're not rooted in the fertile ground of your authentic self. Here's the thing, setting intentions from a place of inauthenticity is like trying to build a house on a shaky foundation. You might get somewhere, but it's not going to be stable, it's not going to last, and it certainly won't feel like home. Think about it. How many times have you set goals based on what you think you should want, rather than what your heart truly desires? Maybe you pursued a certain career path to please your parents, or stayed in a relationship because it looked good on paper, even though it felt soul-crushing. Or maybe you created a specific public image to fit into a certain crowd. These intentions, however well-meaning, are built on a foundation of sand, because they're not aligned with your true self. They are in line with society's version of you. But are you ready to step into your personal power, to tear down those walls and build something that truly reflects who you are? Because Thing 5 is all about embracing authenticity and self-acceptance, and it's the key to unlocking the full potential of this 212 portal, and it's the next step to help cultivate the life that you have been dreaming of. But what does it actually mean to embrace authenticity in the messy reality of everyday life? It's not about becoming some idealized version of yourself, free from flaws or imperfections. It's about accepting yourself, warts and all, and choosing to live in alignment with your values, beliefs, and desires, regardless of what anyone else thinks. It is fitting in versus belonging. Fitting in asks you to conform to external standards, often requiring you to suppress aspects of yourself to gain acceptance. Belonging, on the other hand, celebrates your individuality, creating a space where you are loved and valued for who you truly are. Authenticity is about expressing your true feelings, even when they're uncomfortable. Are you willing to speak your truth, even if it means rocking the boat? It's about setting boundaries, saying no to things that drain your energy, and prioritizing your own well-being without feeling guilty. It's about pursuing your passions, even if they seem unconventional or impractical. Shadow work remains a powerful tool for self-acceptance during this period. You are encouraged to continue to embrace your imperfections and vulnerabilities, recognizing them as integral parts of your being. And remember, embracing your flaws doesn't diminish your worth. It enhances your humanity and makes you more relatable to others. Have you considered reframing your personal experiences through the lens of self-acceptance? See, it is not just about acknowledging your past, it's about seeing it in a new light. Accepting that you are who you are, not who you thought you would be, allows for peace and forgiveness. Imagine a scenario where you always believed you would be a high-powered executive, only to realize that your true passion lies in creative pursuits. Accepting this shift, forgiving yourself for any perceived failure, opens you up to a world of joy and fulfillment. This, however, requires you to challenge the illusion of what you think being real is. Are you ready to remove what others see as real and embrace your truth? Take the example of someone who adopted a persona that was not of their making, only to realize they were able to live truthfully through self-acceptance. What if you stop letting others tell you who to be? To put this into practice, incorporate daily affirmations and self-compassion meditations. Speak kindly to yourself, especially during times of struggle. Treat yourself with the same gentle care you would offer a dear friend. After all, you are your own best friend. Now, how does all of this self-acceptance relate to your intuition? Living an authentic life is how you enhance your intuition, allowing you to know what is right or wrong for you. It's about aligning your inner compass with your true north so you can navigate life with greater clarity, confidence, and purpose. But here comes another conflict: external influences. Family, friends, and even societal norms often encourage you not to listen to yourself. They plant seeds of doubt, telling you to prioritize logic and reason over your gut feelings. They are even a test from the universe. But what if your intuition is actually a powerful guidance system, a direct line to your inner wisdom, whispering truths that your conscious mind can't comprehend? Your intuition is a guidance system that you can learn to trust, and there are plenty of ways to strengthen that connection. Start with mindfulness practices. Cultivate awareness of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations. Spend time in nature, allowing the natural world to soothe your mind and open your senses. Pay attention to your dreams and synchronicities, those subtle messages from the universe. Have you noticed that the more authentically you live, the more clearly your intuition speaks to you? That's because when you're in alignment with your true self, you're more receptive to the subtle whispers of your inner voice. Think about a time when you trusted your gut feeling despite the opinions of others. How did it turn out? You have the answers within. When you have a feeling, write it down and track its progress. Over time, you'll start to see patterns, and your trust in your intuition will grow stronger. It's about showing yourself that you can trust your inner voice and following it out of self-love. If your intuition is screaming at you to stay away from a specific food that you enjoy, but it causes your body harm, it is speaking to you out of love. And what amplifies that intuitive guidance, turning up the volume on your inner wisdom? Gratitude. This is where we bring back intention, because gratitude to what has already been set into motion is a magnet for positive experiences, enhancing your ability to recognize and act on intuitive guidance. Expressing gratitude shifts the focus from lack to abundance, opening you up to new possibilities and opportunities. It changes the lens, but this is more than just a spiritual concept. There's science to back it up. Scientific findings on the benefits of practicing gratitude include improved mental, emotional, and physical well-being. But how? Studies have shown that gratitude can reduce stress, boost your immune system, and even improve your sleep. It also helps you reframe problems. It's about asking yourself, what did I learn from this, and how can I be thankful for having learned that lesson? Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, you focus on what you gained from the experience. There are many ways that gratitude can be implemented. You are already setting intentions. Incorporate gratitude journaling, writing down things you're thankful for each day, no matter how small. Express your appreciation to others, verbally or through written notes. Savor the present moment, fully appreciating the beauty and wonder that surrounds you. Now we are in the final stretch of the 212 portal. The moment is now or never to act, to reap the rewards of the spiritual upgrade you've been working toward. While you can always improve, now is the best time to do so, because the 212 portal is now closing. By integrating gratitude, the integration of an attitude leads to continued appreciation. Now you must create a personalized action plan for sustaining your spiritual upgrade, outlining specific steps you will take to continue your growth journey. Outline self-care practices such as exercise, healthy eating, and spending time in nature. Connect with like-minded individuals and communities who support your journey. You love yourself, so you care for yourself, as you trust that you know what is right for you. After all, you have been putting in the work. And underscore the importance of trusting the journey and believing in yourself, even when faced with setbacks, challenges, or uncertainty. The journey is not linear. You may have challenges in the future. Trust that these are new lessons to learn and new opportunities to grow. But the lessons you've learned and integrated means for the near and long-term future for you that the tools that you now have will aid you for any future energetic events and even just in daily life. As this section comes to a close, consider your next steps towards self-love. Think of authenticity, intuition, and gratitude as the trifecta, the foundation upon which your sustained spiritual upgrade will be built. Authenticity clears the path, allowing you to recognize your true desires and needs. Intuition acts as your internal GPS, guiding you toward the choices that align with your highest good. And gratitude amplifies the positive outcomes, creating a ripple effect of abundance and well-being. If you're still feeling a disconnect or a sense that something is missing, ask yourself, am I truly living in alignment with my values? Am I listening to my inner voice, or am I being swayed by external pressures? Am I expressing gratitude for what I already have, or am I constantly focusing on what's lacking? It's time to check back in. Remember, this energetic event is a catalyst, not a curial. The real work begins now with the integration of these principles into your daily life. These practices are not just for heightened energetic periods. They are the key components of a sustained spiritual evolution. The next 4 things will take all of this information and apply it to your life to make these changes permanent. These tools have helped many on a spiritual path, and now they can help you. So, how do you actually integrate the lessons you've learned from the 212 portal into the fabric of your being? It's not about achieving some overnight transformation. It's about making conscious choices, day after day, that support your growth. Integration is the action. Integration is how you decide who you will be today, so that it builds to who you will be tomorrow. This is your power. It has always been there, but this portal has given you the opportunity to see it. Shadow integration, for example, can be a particularly challenging aspect of the process. Confronting your deepest fears and insecurities is not easy, but it's essential for healing and growth. One technique to use is journaling with compassion. Write down your fears and insecurities, but respond to them with kindness and understanding. Ask yourself, where did this fear come from? What purpose did it serve in my life? How can I release it with love and gratitude? You're not running from it, you are understanding it. Remember, there is no one-size-fits-all approach to spiritual growth. Personalization is key. Your path is unique, and your experiences are valid. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's perfectly okay. Be patient with yourself, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. But what happens when you encounter resistance, doubt, or setbacks along the way? Know that you're not alone. These are common challenges encountered during the integration process. The trick is to navigate these obstacles with self-compassion, patience, and perseverance. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of the progress you've already made. Celebrate small victories, and don't get discouraged when progress feels slow or difficult. Remember that setbacks are not failures, they are opportunities for learning and growth. Seek support from others who understand your journey, whether it's a friend, family member, or spiritual community. How about an example? I once attempted to implement shadow work and failed miserably. I was angry, frustrated, and convinced that it wasn't working for me. But instead of giving up, I sought guidance from a therapist who helped me understand the underlying issues that were triggering my resistance. I learned to approach shadow work with more compassion and patience, and eventually, I began to see the positive results. To put this into practice, make a worksheet. Divide a paper into 4 sections: what is working, what is not working, why, and what you can do. Understanding why something is not working can help guide you to changing your approach. Now that you are more aware of the challenges you will face, the next step is to ensure that you are maintaining your space. Think of it as setting a boundary for your mind. A yard that is yours will look drastically different than a community yard. Maintaining and protecting it allows for you to have a deeper understanding of self. Elevating your vibration entails aligning with positive emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. It's about cultivating love, joy, and gratitude while releasing negativity, fear, and judgment. This means finding techniques to keep the peace you have found. One practical strategy is to spend time in nature, to get away from the hustle and bustle of life. Another is to find your creative expression. Whether it is art or music, this creative release can greatly benefit you. Start small, create a calendar that outlines when you will allow for these moments. Add times and make it easy to reference. It is a gift to yourself, but here's where it gets challenging: negative self-talk, external stressors, and energetic vampires. These are all common conflicts that arise when attempting to elevate one's vibration. Negative self-talk can be very difficult to navigate, but there are ways. Offer yourself support by setting healthy boundaries and cultivating resilience in the face of adversity. One thing that aided me was learning how to say no. I always had to be at every event or I wasn't a part of the group. But I was able to get peace by sacrificing the events. Saying no to some events meant saying yes to peace. Start this for yourself. Design a calendar that outlines all the days that self-care is implemented. This is how you elevate your vibration. But remember that your high vibration will in turn attract specific people that can assist you. Your circle will change as you improve. Those who resonate at a similar frequency will naturally gravitate towards you, creating a supportive network of like-minded individuals. You do not need to run from anyone. The opposite may happen, and you may grow apart. Your old friends may no longer be a fit, and that is okay. This is not to say that they are bad, but you may not be on the same plane. Remember those communities from earlier, they are a source of guidance. They offer validation, encouragement, and different perspectives, helping you stay on track and overcome challenges. Online forums, retreats, and workshops are all ways to find support, and they are great for being a part of something. But what do you do when disagreements arise, boundaries are crossed, or expectations are not met? What happens then? Effective communication, constructive conflict resolution, and clear expectations are essential for maintaining healthy relationships. Respect and understanding is key. Now, it is time to be respectful and loving to yourself. By now, you have surrounded yourself with high vibrational people. It is time to trust that you have support. By now, they have shown their support. You are the only person who will be with you at all times. Ensure that they are a friend you love. I have had to change friends as I have grown, and it has not been easy. But what I have gained in the end is amazing. I may not talk as much as I did with some, and that is okay. It does not mean that I do not love them, but that I must love myself. What qualities are you looking for in a friend? What do you need? All of this leads to now trusting the journey and that your process is unique. No journey is direct. Everyone has roadblocks. There is no way to explain every scenario that can happen, but if you trust yourself, you will be okay. If you trust yourself, you are ready. Some people may be concerned for you because you are changing. Understand that there is no cookie-cutter way for the rest of your life to go. The experiences of the people in your life and your own has made your intuition unique. You love yourself, so you care for yourself, as you trust that you know what is right for you. Remember that this loving group will only help you, not hurt you. I once thought I was wrong, but knew that my intuition was speaking to me. Listen, write down why you love yourself. It helps remind you that you are worth it all. The portal has opened doors, the signs have validated your journey, the release has lightened your load, and the intentions have set your course, but your growth does not stop there. It is important to remember that you are not defined by these moments, but you are defined by what you do next. The next steps are embracing authenticity, connecting with your intuition, practicing gratitude, and integrating all of this into future action. For these tools are there, you just have to be willing to walk with them. Now grab a journal, because the next steps will require serious consideration of your life and future. The 212 portal is not just an event on a calendar. It's an alignment with the divine, a powerful moment of energetic receptivity. See it for what it is. It can be a blessing or a course correction, an open door to immense growth, or a gentle nudge back onto your true path. The energies are always present, but the 212 portal amplifies them, making it easier to tap into the flow of the universe. The portal can be specific, such as Venus aligning with Neptune, which brings awareness to your relationships and personal connection to others. What does this mean? It allows for a path toward transformation. These are the tools that can truly help you, but the implementation will be up to you. Remember that time I ignored my heart and pursued the money? That one decision took me away from my purpose for years. It was a hard lesson, one I don't want you to repeat. Take some notes on the events that may be synchronicities. What signs are you seeing? Are they nudging you towards something new? Or perhaps away from something old? Now, it is time to look at how this upgrade is affecting your life. Spiritual upgrades manifest in different ways. Heightened sensitivity to energy, changes in sleep patterns, and increased awareness of bodily sensations. Have you noticed any of these lately? This energy can also amplify your emotions. Old wounds, unresolved issues, they might surface now, demanding your attention. Don't shy away from them. Embrace them, understand them, and release them. Alongside the emotional intensity comes mental clarity. You might experience enhanced awareness, a shift in perspective, a burning desire for deeper meaning. What do you physically feel when you are changing? For me, it's a tingling in my hands and a sense of lightness, as if a weight has been lifted. The key is to pay attention to the subtle cues your body is sending you. Have you had a dream? Have you been crying? Have you wanted to make a major change? These signs are signals of your upgrade, but before you can fully embrace the new, you must release the old. It is time to explore your subconscious minds to uncover the beliefs that hold you back. Journal about times when your beliefs have limited you. Acknowledge and accept your shadow aspects to reclaim your personal power. This is where you embrace self-compassion, authenticity, and freedom from self-sabotaging behaviors. Explore practical techniques for releasing old patterns, such as cord cutting, which can sever energetic ties to people or situations that drain you. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. If you have always struggled in relationships, look at why. What patterns keep repeating? What lessons are you meant to learn? I remember the first time I did a cord cutting. I released so much pain from my past and was finally able to move on. Now, take a moment to review the times you were challenged and consider what may be triggering these issues. How can you change your views? How can you grow? Now that you have reviewed the things that may have been holding you back, it is time to set your compass. Intentions act as a compass, guiding your thoughts, actions, and energy. Set clear, specific, and positive intentions for your career, your health, your spiritual growth. Vividly imagine your desired future. Embody the feelings associated with achieving your goals. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the excitement. But remember, visualization alone isn't enough. You must align your intentions with inspired action and take consistent steps toward realizing your vision. Sitting and waiting is not how to manifest. Set an intention into action. This week I will, what? This week I will reach out to a new client, or this week I will go to the gym, or this week I will meditate for 15 minutes each day. Small steps lead to big transformations. When I started setting small goals, it helped in the long term by creating consistency. I wanted to learn to play an instrument. At first I was horrible, but I am grateful I started. I set an intention that each day I would play for 15 minutes. I now have been playing for years. So to change, there are a lot of things that need to be considered. You have to open up to change and allow for it to happen. You have to be true to yourself. We have done the planning. It is time to do the work. Remember, the 212 portal is here to aid you in growth, but the next steps may require you to step out of the shadows. It may require you to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. It may be time to focus on growing. I know you are tired of planning and want to see results. Are you ready to grow? If not, that is okay. Take your time and allow for the process to happen. I will see you in the next half, and you will be changed for the better. So you've begun clearing the path, understanding the signs, and setting your intentions, but now the portal is shifting, demanding more of you, and it's calling you to step into your true power. The 212 portal isn't just about receiving downloads, it's about embodying them, integrating them into the very fabric of your being. What does this mean? It means living authentically, listening to your intuition, cultivating gratitude, and taking decisive action aligned with your highest self. It's time to bring that light into your life. How will you do that? Let's start with authenticity, the cornerstone of any true spiritual upgrade. Authenticity isn't just about being yourself. It's about aligning your actions, values, and beliefs. Are you truly living in alignment? Or are you still wearing masks, trying to fit in, dimming your light to appease others? This is where the conflict begins. As you shed old layers, as you start to vibrate higher, you might notice a chorus of negative self-talk, whispering doubts, reminding you of past failures. This negative chatter might come from within, your own ingrained insecurities, or it might echo from external sources, from people who are uncomfortable with your growth, who want to keep you small. How do you combat that? By loving yourself, shadow and all. You must come to love your flaws. That shadow that you have been running from may not be as scary as you believe, and in fact, it could be a guiding light. Shadow needs to be loved, not feared. But how do you truly love your flaws? Treat yourself like someone you love. Speak kindly, forgive easily, and celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Because here's the truth. Your imperfections are not liabilities. They are what make you unique, what make you human. They are the cracks where the light shines through. I remember a friend who spent years trying to please his family, pursuing a career he hated because it was what they expected of him. He was miserable, living a lie, until one day, he decided he had enough. He released the mask. He came out as gay to his family, and he accepted his path. He was true to himself, even though he knew that he would be a disappointment to them. It was not easy, and he lost contact with some of his family, but he finally felt free. He finally started living his life. He started living his life authentically, despite the pain and the uncertainty. That is authenticity. Now, what do you love about yourself? I want you to start a list today and add to it daily. Write down everything, big or small, that makes you, your quirky sense of humor, your infectious laugh, your unwavering determination, your kind heart. Celebrate yourself, embrace yourself, love yourself exactly as you are. That list that you are creating is important because it will aid you as we strengthen your inner guidance. Your intuition is your inner GPS, always guiding you toward your highest good. It's that quiet voice within that whispers wisdom, that gut feeling that steers you away from danger, that knowingness that transcends logic. It is the most important thing that you have. Are you listening? Or are you drowning it out with the noise of the world? The constant chatter of your mind, the opinions of others, the pressures of society, they can all cloud your intuition, making it hard to discern its gentle guidance. It is important to differentiate between intuition, fear, and desire, for these feelings can be confusing. Intuition is still and small, where fear is loud. Desire can cloud judgment. To strengthen that inner voice, it is important to calm your mind. Some practical methods for tuning into your inner guidance include mindfulness, meditation, spending time in nature, or any activity that brings you into the present moment. One thing that I do that I find helpful is I set clear intentions on what type of sign I want. If I need guidance, I tell myself to show me a cat, and I ask to pay attention. Sure enough, I will see a cat or something with a cat on it. I am not crazy. This can be a fun experience. The key is trusting and acting on the guidance received, even when it doesn't make sense. I remember once, I was driving to a meeting, and I had a strong feeling that I needed to turn left, even though my GPS told me to go right. It did not make sense, but I followed my gut. A few minutes later, I saw that there was a major accident on the road I was supposed to be on, and my detour saved me hours of delay. It was a simple decision, but it reinforced the importance of trusting my intuition. Now, I want you to write down 3 times you knew you should have listened to your intuition. How could that have changed your life? By acknowledging these moments, you reinforce the importance of honoring your inner compass and trusting its guidance in the future. But the portal is here to change more than just you. It is here to change your views. This is where gratitude comes in. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's an action, a conscious choice to focus on the good in your life, even when things are tough. You must actively be thankful, it cannot be passive. When you actively seek out things to be grateful for, you shift your perspective, you change your energy, and you open yourself up to receive even more blessings. To shift your perspective, you need to get out of your mind, and to start, create a gratitude list as an action. It can change the lens on how you view yourself. I have an entire journal dedicated to gratitude. Every morning, I write down at least 5 things I'm grateful for, from the roof over my head to the love of my family to the simple pleasure of a cup of coffee. It's a simple practice, but it has transformed my life. It has changed my outlook. This practice is especially important when reframing negative situations. Because here's the thing, life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of darkness. But even in those moments, there is always something to be grateful for. What did you learn? What did you gain? Who did you become? Gratitude has power. Studies have shown that gratitude can improve physical well-being, reduce stress, boost your immune system, and even change your neural pathways, rewiring your brain for happiness and resilience. The mind is an organ, and the body will follow. Gratitude changed everything for me. Years ago, I was going through a really rough time, struggling with my business, feeling lost and alone. I focused on all that I lacked, all that was going wrong, and I spiraled into despair. But then, one day, I decided to change my focus. I made a list of everything I did have, everything I was grateful for, and suddenly, my perspective shifted. I realized that I had so much to be thankful for. Now, I want you to list everything you are grateful for. Start and add to it daily, and see how it can reframe your outlook. You have to be active in the process. It isn't just going to happen. You have all this knowledge now. Now, to truly integrate these lessons, to fully embody the spiritual upgrade offered by the 212 portal, you must take action. Implementing the upgrade means integrating it into your daily routine, making it a part of who you are. What does that look like? It means setting healthy boundaries, protecting your energy, and surrounding yourself with supportive people who uplift and inspire you. It means saying no to things that drain you and yes to things that nourish you. Implementing boundaries is needed, as it allows you to protect what you love. Boundaries allow you to protect what you have learned. Now you must surround yourself with love, seek support where it can be found. New friends or old, there are people out there, and always remember that guidance stems from action. Action is always needed. Without it, all the wishing will not matter. I recently cut contact with a draining friend, and I felt renewed. Her negativity was too much, and I could no longer bear it. By taking action, I allowed for growth. Each journey is unique to them, and you need to be willing to see what is around the corner. It is time to embrace the uncertainty, to trust the process, and to know that you are exactly where you need to be. So, what are your next action steps? What will you implement into your routine? What changes are you going to make? You made it this far, the light is there, and it is waiting for you. So as a reminder, the 212 portal has opened the door, you have accepted your authentic self, you are listening to your intuition, you are grateful for all that you have, and now you are ready to take action. Now is the time to review all that these actions can do, to find authenticity, love, and blessings. You're here for a reason, and you are meant for more than you know. These steps aid in finding your calling. Your actions matter, and you are meant for more. So now, share in the comments, write something good about yourself. I know that things have been crazy. This portal may have made you shed some tears, and you may have lost something important to you. You may not feel ready for change, but you're closer than you think. You have the tools now, and trust me, there's even more crazy stuff to come. But the most important thing to remember is that everything will be okay. You have all the pieces of the puzzle now. You know the map, but the map is useless unless you know how to read it and walk the road. It is more than just knowing. These steps are interconnected, and they all work in harmony. By implementing the practices of authenticity, embracing your intuition, and practicing gratitude, you are setting the stage for profound shifts in perspective and heightened awareness. The destination that you seek is close, and a major transformation is about to take place. You already have the map. Now you need to know how to implement it. But how do you turn these ideas into action? Action that leads to a monumental shift. That shift begins with honing your inner knowing. Your intuition isn't just a hunch, it is your direct line to the divine, your personal guidance system calibrated to your unique soul purpose. It is your inner GPS. Remember that list of things you love about yourself. That is you connecting with your authentic intention. Now it is time to amplify it. How can you do that? Inner guidance involves recognizing the subtle cues, synchronicities, and gut feelings that provide direction and clarity. Have you ever had a random encounter and you just knew that it was meant to be? That is your inner voice. That's the universe winking at you. Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you? The question now becomes, are you listening to your intuition, or are you letting fear, anxiety, and external noise drown it out? That is what will stop you. Sometimes fear or anxiety may be the correct answer, but it isn't what your heart desires. You may see that staying on the old path is easier, but it is wrong. It is time to get on the right path. So how do you clear the noise and tune into your inner compass? One method for tuning into your intuition is to create a mindful awareness. Stop, be still, and listen. Trust what it is saying. If you have a dream and feel called to it, why would you stop? Guidance can come in many forms, and it's not always logical or linear. Sometimes a chance encounter with an animal can carry a profound message. For example, in some cultures, seeing a butterfly is a sign of transformation and rebirth. Is there an animal that keeps popping up in your life? Look to different totems, cultural views, and meanings. That may be a sign to follow your intuition. Listen to what the world is telling you. You will be glad that you did. But you have to listen. I remember a time when I knew that I needed to make a change in my life, and for weeks, everywhere I went, I saw crows. I started to do some research and saw that crows are known as messengers. I made a change, and my life became so much better. So I ask you, what is your inner guidance pointing at? What change do you need to make? If there's anything that you need to do, now is the time. You need to feel what the answer is in your heart. Once you begin to listen to your heart, it is time to be grateful for all that you have. It is time to feel thank you. Gratitude isn't just an emotion, it's a frequency, a vibration that attracts more of what you desire. It's the powerful feeling of thank you when you truly feel the love behind it. Do you remember the last time you were truly grateful for what you had? Did you feel it? Now, it is time to hold on to that feeling, for it will amplify all that is coming. By appreciating what you have, you are opening yourself up to receive even more blessings. You need to be grateful, and it will magnify. Start small, from being thankful for a sunny day to being grateful for a loving family, for these things magnify. When you focus on the good, you're not ignoring the bad. You're simply choosing to see it from a different perspective, a perspective that empowers you, a perspective that allows you to grow. When you shift your perspective, you change the situations you are in. To truly harness the power of gratitude, you need to implement it into your daily life. Keep a gratitude jar, write in a gratitude diary, or express gratitude to loved ones. It is important to implement, as this will set the upgrade in motion. The most important thing is that it will all come to fruition. All this wishing will be in vain if you don't start now. I remember a time when gratitude completely changed my life. I had been struggling to make ends meet for years, working long hours, sacrificing everything for my business. I felt exhausted, defeated, and resentful. Then, one day, I decided to shift my focus. I started to appreciate what I did have: the roof over my head, the food on my table, the love of my friends and family. And as I focused on those things, as I expressed my gratitude, the universe responded. Opportunities started to flow my way, new clients appeared, and my business began to thrive. I was grateful, and then the world handed me a blessing. So I ask you again, what are you grateful for? Start small and build to large, and see how big the list can be. The larger the list, the more that you will see all that is in store. It is time to take all that you have learned and implement it. The power of the 212 portal comes from the power to act. By being present, you can change and transform. You are actively participating in the upgrade. You're not just receiving downloads, you're embodying them, integrating them into the very fabric of your being. It is a part of who you are, but it will all be in vain if you don't act on it. Implementing the upgrade means integrating it into your daily routine, making it a part of who you are. It isn't just going to magically happen. The lessons will be in vain. You have to be active in it. You have to take the wheel. The universe is not a genie, but a garden. You must feed it to keep it alive. You must also take care of yourself. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential, especially during times of intense energetic shifts. It creates safety for the upgrade. If you don't care for your car, it will break. It is the same for your body, your soul. You have to set boundaries to create space for self-love. This creates a wall, and you will protect what you have. Boundaries allow you to protect what you have learned. If your garden has no wall, it will get destroyed. You need to protect yourself from negative energy. Remember, it may be hard, but there is guidance out there. Seek support where it can be found. New friends or old, there are people out there. And always remember that guidance stems from action. Action is always needed. Without it, all the wishing will not matter. I used to have terrible self-talk, but one day I woke up and said no more. And by doing that, the world changed. It is up to you to make that change. Implementing that change is not only good for your life, but for the ones around you. By implementing, I allow myself to heal, and for others to heal. One small step allows for so much more. It is up to you. You made it this far. The light is there, and it is waiting for you. What will you do? Will you say affirmations daily? So what's the grand finale? It's understanding that this isn't just about fleeting moments of inspiration or temporary shifts in perspective. It's about creating a new way of being, a new way of living, a new way of interacting with the world. The 212 portal has opened the door. You have accepted your authentic self. You are listening to your intuition. You are grateful for all that you have. And now, you are ready to take action. It is now that you're ready to live the best life you can. These actions will lead to success. What do all these actions do? They allow you to find authenticity, love, and blessings. You're here for a reason, and you are meant for more than you know. These steps aid in finding your calling. These practices all create a new way of life. It is never too late to improve. I truly believe that if I can do it, you can. I went from hating myself to loving my life. I hated looking in the mirror. Now I strut. What about the future? Well, get ready, because there's even more craziness to come. All this has prepared you for the future, but you have to follow through. All of this has set you up for the most rewarding life. This is only the beginning. Now share in the comments, what has changed for you? Is it that you love yourself a little bit more? Remember, be kind to yourself. That is the key. And with that, I will see you in the next section. So you are ready to take action and live the best life possible. But what is it all for? Everything that we have talked about today works in unison. It's not just about knowing these 8 things, but doing them. These aren't isolated tips, but interconnected facets of a single, transformative process. It's like a symphony, where each instrument, each of the 8 things, plays its part, but the true magic happens when they all come together in harmony. Think of it as a recipe where each ingredient is essential, but the final dish is far greater than the sum of its parts. Remember when we talked about understanding the nature of the 212 portal? That understanding fuels your intention, and clear intention guides your actions. And when you start to connect these actions to your inner compass, then the portal truly begins to unlock. By releasing old patterns, you open yourself up to receive new blessings, and embracing authenticity allows you to become an open door. It's a chain reaction, a domino effect of positive change, each action amplifying the next. They are each connected. If one of the tools is used, the other will begin to fall into place. It will be like putting wood into the fireplace. Without the wood, there is no fire, but it all starts with knowing who you are and who you want to be. Your actions, your very being, all stem from a deep understanding and acceptance of yourself, flaws and all. That is where true authenticity lies. Remember, it's not just about reciting affirmations in the mirror, it's about taking radical accountability for your strengths and weaknesses. It's about owning your story, scars and all. It's about truly getting to know yourself. What are your triggers? What are your passions? What makes you tick? Don't just gloss over those questions. Dig deep. What makes you you? And remember, your authentic self is not static. It evolves, it grows, it changes with time. Embrace that fluidity. The universe will thank you. Society can and will try to keep you down. You can always improve by finding the things that truly spark joy within you. Stop listening to the noise. You're told to dress a certain way, act a certain way, believe certain things just to fit in, but fitting in is the enemy of authenticity. It's like trying to squeeze yourself into a mold that was never meant for you. Have you ever felt that pressure? That nagging feeling that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not successful enough? That's society whispering in your ear, trying to dim your light. That is the thing blocking your inner knowing. External rules are designed to keep you down and not appreciate yourself. They cloud how you truly feel. Maybe you're told you should like a certain type of music, or a certain career path, or a certain type of partner. But deep down, it just doesn't resonate with you. That's your intuition screaming at you to break free from these imposed expectations. If something feels wrong, explore it, without worrying about what others think. What others think is often not the correct path. That nagging feeling is always right. I remember a time when I was told to pursue a certain career path because it was stable and respectable. But my heart yearned for something completely different. Every fiber of my being screamed that it was wrong, and I dismissed it. I spent years miserable. I hated myself. Eventually, I decided to listen to that inner voice, to honor my true calling, even though it was scary and unconventional. And guess what? It was the best decision I ever made. My income is exponentially greater, and I feel so much better. You may have wrongs that you have experienced. Sit down and write them out. Explore what it is that you really want to do. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. What are you waiting for? What about you? What actions can you take today to reclaim your authenticity? Can you write down the wrongs that may have occurred to see if they are actually right for you? Can you say no to something you don't want to do? Can you embrace a part of yourself that you've been hiding? Take that first step, no matter how small, and watch as the universe conspires to support you. And as you improve yourself, your connection with your intuition will only grow stronger. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. You'll find it easier to differentiate between your intuition and external influences, to discern the whispers of your soul from the noise of the world. I know it can be hard. I used to get confused with the difference between intuition and anxiety all the time. But by learning to quiet my mind and listen to my inner voice, I was able to distinguish between the two. Anxiety feels tight, constricted, and fearful, while intuition feels expansive, calm, and certain. Learning how to know the difference takes a lot of work, but is well worth the effort. So how do you do that? How do you listen to your inner voice? By creating space for stillness. Carve out time each day to disconnect from the external world and connect with yourself. Meditate, journal, take a walk in nature, do whatever brings you into the present moment. Start paying attention to synchronicities. The universe is always communicating with you. A raven may appear when you have a thought. What does that mean? What does it say to you? It is important to follow the signs. Start small. Create a journal to talk to yourself, and then read it back later. The road to self-love takes time and consistent work. I remember a time when listening to my intuition saved me from making a huge mistake. I was about to sign a contract for a business deal that seemed amazing on the surface, but something felt off. A nagging feeling in the pit of my stomach told me to proceed with caution. So I decided to trust my intuition and did some more research. And guess what? It turned out the deal was a scam. My intuition had saved me from losing a lot of money and heartache. It was there, but I needed to listen. What about you? What is your intuition like? Do you hear it loud and clear, or is it a quiet whisper? Start paying attention, and it will get louder. And once you find that inner peace, it is time to be grateful. Gratitude isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's a constant practice. It involves actively acknowledging and valuing the blessings in your life, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. It's about shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. To be truly thankful, you must thank yourself as well. Acknowledge the victories, both big and small. You're still here, still fighting, still learning. Be grateful for that. Even in the hardest of times, there's always something to be grateful for. By just acknowledging that you are alive, you can improve your outlook on life. The universe is always there, and it will see your gratefulness. I remember a time when gratitude saved me from despair. I had lost my job, my relationship had ended, and I felt like my whole world was falling apart. But instead of wallowing in self-pity, I decided to focus on what I was grateful for. I started by making a list of all the things I appreciated: my health, my friends, my family, the roof over my head. And as I focused on those things, my perspective began to shift. I realized that even in the midst of my struggles, I still had so much to be grateful for. And that gratitude gave me the strength to keep going, to rebuild my life, and to create something even better than before. Gratitude has power, as it can physically improve your life by changing neural pathways. This is why it is so important. If you choose to show gratitude, it has to be active. Don't just think about what you're grateful for, express it. Write a letter to the universe. Tell it what you appreciate. Share your gratitude with others. The more you express gratitude, the more you'll attract into your life. And remember, the universe loves to reciprocate. So I ask you again, what are you grateful for today? Implement gratitude this week and write it down. You will be glad that you did, and all of it has led you here. All that we have talked about is pointless if you don't do it. Integration is not a passive process, it's an active one. It requires conscious effort, intentional choices, and a commitment to embodying the lessons you've learned. You have to put in the work. It's like planting a seed. You can't just leave it in the ground and expect it to grow. You have to water it, nurture it, and protect it from the elements. It needs a plan. What are you going to do next? Implement boundaries and self-care. This creates safety for the upgrade to flourish. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. Seek out a safe community, connect with like-minded individuals who support your growth, and celebrate your successes. These people will keep you up when you fall. There are support groups and one-on-one coaching. Remember that you are there for each other, and remember that I am always here to listen. All of this has changed me. I went from zero to hero, from hating myself to loving myself, from feeling lost to feeling found. What about you? What do you plan on doing next? What action steps will you implement? I am here to tell you that the universe is here for you. You are meant for a reason, and you can do anything. And I am a normal person like you, even I still have my issues. One time I finally was able to trust my intuition, and it saved my business from collapse. You just need to trust yourself. So I ask you, what positive affirmation can you share about yourself in the comments? You are an amazing being. Never forget that. Now, as we prepare to move forward, get ready to continue this journey. What does the future have in store? Let's just say the next energy portal will blow your mind. So here we are, staring into the mirror and seeing not just a reflection, but a gateway. A gateway built from authenticity, fueled by intuition, blessed by gratitude, and solidified by the integration of all that you are and all that you are becoming. We've laid the groundwork, uncovered the tools, and now it's time to build. Now is the moment to truly use the energy that is being provided to you, but you must be ready to act. The universe doesn't reward passive observation, it celebrates bold participation. The energy from the 212 portal is not just available, it's practically begging to be used. But remember, just watching this video, or any video for that matter, will not magically change your life. It is a sign that your work needs to be done. It's a map, not the territory itself. You must take the journey. Are you ready to step into that power? What are you waiting for? Take a deep breath, ground yourself in this present moment, and write down a list of what you truly desire to see happen in your life. Now let's go beyond seeing the 212 portal as just some event that is taking place out there. What matters now is your internal connection, your individual potential. It's about what you can create by implementing these changes right here, right now. Remember all the talk about the astrology and planetary alignments working in your favor. That cosmic support is still very much present. The planets are cheering you on, but you have to give them something to cheer for. You can even thank them for the aid, as that can lead to an even faster transformation. You must understand that the portal isn't about instant transformation. It's not about suddenly becoming someone else. It is about growth, about evolving into a more realized version of yourself. You are never truly changed, just perpetually improved. And if you keep seeing those numbers, 212, flashing before your eyes, take it as the ultimate sign. The universe is not subtly nudging you forward. It is time to act. I remember a time when I was stuck in a dead-end job, feeling completely lost and unfulfilled. Every day was a struggle, a monotonous grind that drained my soul. But then I started seeing the number 212 everywhere. On license plates, clocks, receipts. It was relentless. At first I dismissed it as a coincidence, but the feeling was there. But as the numbers persisted, I couldn't ignore it any longer. It was the universe screaming at me to make a change, and I knew deep down that it was time to implement the changes. So I took a leap of faith, quit my job, and started pursuing my passion full-time. It was terrifying but exhilarating. And guess what? It was the best decision I ever made. That's what the 212 portal can do, give you the courage to finally change. What about you? Have you been feeling a similar pull? Take a moment right now to express gratitude for the opportunities that lie ahead. Even a simple thank you can set things in motion. As you begin to move with more grace and elegance, brace yourself. Now is the time for the spiritual cleanse to begin. What does that even mean? It means releasing all the old gunk that you don't need anymore. It's like detoxing from years of unhealthy habits, both physically and emotionally. And I'm not going to lie, it can get messy. You may experience physical sensations as your body releases old energy, perhaps fatigue, headaches, muscle aches. Think of it as your system rebooting, upgrading to a newer, more efficient model. It's a temporary discomfort for long-term gain. You are releasing. Negative thoughts and feelings that have been buried deep within you may start to bubble to the surface. Emotions may arise seemingly out of nowhere, old wounds may reopen, and you might feel more vulnerable than ever. The cleanse brings it all up. It's like stirring up the mud at the bottom of a pond. But remember, this isn't happening to cause chaos. It's happening to facilitate healing. Even if you aren't ready for all of that, that is okay. There is no pressure. This isn't a race, it's a journey. I remember a time when I was going through a particularly intense spiritual cleanse. Everything felt like it was falling apart. I was exhausted, irritable, and plagued by self-doubt. And then, one day, I had a moment of clarity. I saw everything in a new light. I realized that all the challenges I was facing were actually opportunities for growth. It was like the universe was testing me, pushing me to my limits so I could emerge stronger and more resilient. And in that moment, I felt a profound sense of peace and acceptance. It was the beginning of a whole new chapter in my life. What are you feeling right now? Take a moment to check in with yourself. What sensations are you experiencing? What emotions are arising? Pay attention, because it may mean more than you think. Now let's talk about the shadow, that part of yourself that you've been taught to fear, to suppress, to deny. But the shadow isn't your enemy, it's your ally. It holds valuable lessons, hidden gifts, and untapped potential. How is your shadow here to teach you? How can you use it to propel you forward? It's time to release what's been holding you back. Forgive yourself for past mistakes, for missed opportunities, for all the things you think you should have done differently. Cut the cords that bind you to toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, and outdated identities. Release the weight of expectation, the pressure to conform, the fear of judgment. See yourself in a new light, not as a flawed and broken being, but as a work in progress, a masterpiece in the making. The 212 portal amplifies this process. If you can embrace your shadow, if you can forgive yourself and others, then the potential for growth is limitless. I remember a time when I was struggling to forgive a family member who had deeply hurt me. I held on to that anger and resentment for years, and it was poisoning my soul. But eventually, I realized that forgiveness wasn't about condoning their behavior, it was about freeing myself from the grip of bitterness. So, I made the conscious decision to release that anger, to cut the cord that bound me to that painful experience. It wasn't easy, but it was liberating. And in that moment, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders, a lightness in my heart. What's one belief you have that's been holding you back? What are you going to do about it? Now, it's time to set some clear intentions. Let them be strong. This is your chance to manifest the life you've always dreamed of. What you want is out there, waiting for you, but you have to claim it. What action can you take today to move closer to your goals? Remember, intentions without action are just wishful thinking. Be specific. Vague desires yield vague results. Instead of saying, I want to be happy, say, I intend to cultivate joy in my life by spending time in nature, connecting with loved ones, and pursuing my passions. Make it real, make it tangible. Visualize your intentions as if they've already manifested. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? Engage all your senses and immerse yourself in the reality of your desires. The 212 portal amplifies the power of visualization, making it easier to attract what you want. I remember a time when I was struggling to manifest a specific goal. I had set the intention, but I wasn't fully embodying it. I was still plagued by doubt and fear. And then, one day, I had a moment of inspiration. I realized that I needed to align my actions with my intentions. So, I started taking small, consistent steps towards my goal, even when I didn't feel like it. And as I took those actions, my confidence grew, and my belief in my ability to manifest my desires became stronger. And guess what? It worked. My goal manifested even faster than I had imagined. As you're setting your intentions, let me just add that if you have to ask for permission to desire something, then it may not be for you. If you're scared to say it out loud, then explore that fear. What are you truly afraid of? Don't dim your light to make others feel comfortable. What is your intention? What have you always wanted, deep down in your heart? Now is the time to cultivate that unconditional self-love, that unwavering acceptance of all that you are. This is the key to unlocking your full potential, to thriving in the midst of chaos. You are worthy, you are deserving. You are enough just as you are. Repeat those words to yourself every day. Write them down and keep them near you. Love yourself like a child. What would you tell a child who was struggling with self-doubt? You'd shower them with love, compassion, and encouragement. You'd remind them of their strengths, their talents, and their unique gifts. You tell them that they are capable of anything they set their mind to. Do that for yourself. Speak to yourself with kindness, patience, and understanding. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Forgive yourself for your mistakes and learn from them. And start speaking to others with that same love and compassion. Be the change you wish to see in the world. And while you are at it, let me ask you, what do you love about yourself? Why are you amazing? Write it down. Acknowledge your greatness. You deserve it. Now let's connect with your intuition, your inner guidance, that quiet voice within that always knows the way. Your intuition is your greatest ally. It's the compass that guides you through the twists and turns of life, the inner GPS that leads you to your true destination. The ideas in your head can make for some new and great changes. That's where action stems from. Your inner guidance has probably saved you more than once. I think of a time when my inner guidance saved me from a potentially dangerous situation. I was walking home alone late at night when I suddenly felt a strong sense of unease. Something felt off. I couldn't explain it, but I knew I needed to change my route. So I trusted my intuition and took a different path, even though it was longer and less familiar. And guess what? As I was walking, I saw a group of people lurking in the shadows on my usual route. My intuition had saved me from a potentially dangerous encounter, and you can learn to do it too. Start by creating space for stillness. Spend time in nature, meditate, or simply sit in silence and listen to the whispers of your soul. Pay attention to your dreams, your hunches, your gut feelings. They are all messages from your inner guidance. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What am I sensing? What is my intuition telling me to do? Trust what comes up, even if it doesn't make sense logically. The 212 portal amplifies your intuition, making it easier to connect with your inner wisdom. Close your eyes for just a moment. What do you see? Different totems and cultures can connect you to your inner self as well. Find one that speaks to you. They can create amazing change. Take, for instance, I used my intuition to help change the direction of my life. It started when I saw a raven. The raven represents death and rebirth. It was a sign that I needed to change. It was there, it was just me who needed to listen. What about you? What did you see when you closed your eyes? Now, finally, let's talk about gratitude, the powerful amplifier of blessings. It all comes full circle now, and that future that we talked about, the future you is going to change everything. Embrace the great feeling of thankfulness. When you feel love for something, you are grateful, and that feeling sends a shock wave through the world. It does improve neural pathways as well. This is where the magic happens. The more grateful you are, the more blessings you attract. It's a simple equation, but it works. Practice gratitude every day. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each morning, or reflect on your blessings before you go to sleep. Tell the universe how grateful you are. Share your gratitude with others. Acknowledge their kindness, their generosity, their presence in your life. I'm grateful for you. I want you to write what you are grateful for in the comments. I'm grateful for your presence here, for your willingness to grow, for your commitment to creating a better world. Thank you. The 212 portal amplifies the power of gratitude, making it easier to attract abundance and joy into your life. What are you grateful for today? Keep a log and express your gratitude. Because it all ties together now. All the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. You are becoming more. You are acting now. You are thanking the universe. Now it is time to take all that you have learned and integrate it fully into your life. Action needs to happen now. The beginning and the end are now intertwined. The future is here. How can you tell that you're improving? It all needs to come full circle, and that starts by improving yourself. If you are posed with a choice, will you listen to your gut? All you need to remember is that the future is coming and it is here. It is all set for you. Just remember that this isn't easy. Sometimes you may mess up. You might make the wrong choice, and that's okay. The key is to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. What happens if you fall? You get back up. You dust yourself off and you keep going. You are learning. You are changing. Just remember that all of this is for you. You deserve all the love and blessings that are coming your way. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are enough. If you only take one thing away from this video, let it be this. You are an amazing being, capable of extraordinary things. Don't ever forget that. Now, write down one kind thing about yourself. Cement it into your being. The 212 portal is not a fleeting memory. It's now an integral part of you. Every insight, every challenge overcome, every intention set, has been woven into the fabric of your being. It's not just about what you experienced during this time, but what you've become because of it. All of those action steps, all that hard work you put in, it has led to this very moment of heightened self-awareness and profound understanding. It is the moment where you say, I know who I am and what I want. But how can you utilize all that you've gained? Consider a choice you face in your life right now, a relationship, a career path, a personal goal. Now consider how each of the 8 things, understanding the energetic state, recognizing the signs, releasing old patterns, setting intentions, embracing authenticity, connecting with intuition, practicing gratitude, and integrating lessons informs your decision. These are not just concepts, they are now your ingrained responses to the world. The 212 upgrade is not just complete. It is set in motion. Remember, the real work starts now. Watching this video was merely the first step, a validation that you are on the right path. The blessing will reveal itself in time, you just have to follow the map. A new life awaits you, a life lived with intention, authenticity, and unwavering self-belief. Now go out there and embody it. Change yourself, change the world. The 212 portal is one piece in an infinite cosmic puzzle. This energetic alignment, this spiritual jumpstart, is just one of countless opportunities that the universe provides. And guess what? There will be others. If you resonated with this message, if you felt a spark of recognition within your soul, then stay tuned. There is more. Know that you are not alone in this journey. Your individual transformation is a vital contribution to the elevation of consciousness on a global scale. Every act of self-love, every moment of forgiveness, every intention set with clarity and purpose sends ripples of positive energy out into the world. You cannot change the world until you are willing to change yourself, and that change impacts everyone around you. Think of a time when your positive shift influenced someone else. How did that make you feel? That is why this is worth it. If you can, aid others. It all comes full circle. It feels good to help, right? That's why I started doing this in the first place. The path ahead may not always be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But remember this. You are equipped with all the tools you need to navigate any storm. Those 8 things are your anchors, your compass, your guiding light. Setbacks are simply opportunities for learning, chances to refine your approach and emerge even stronger. You are prepared. I am committed to providing ongoing support and guidance as you continue your spiritual journey. If you feel stuck, revisit this video. Take a look at some of my others. You will find what you need. Now, what action will you take today to continue this positive change? A small step, a bold leap, it doesn't matter. Just keep moving forward. By taking action, you become a better version of yourself, a more authentic, powerful, and radiant being. And now, the ultimate question, does everything make sense? Did you learn all that you needed? If so, repeat after me. I can and I will. Say it again. I can and I will. Feel the power in those words. Now for your next steps, I urge you to share your experiences, insights, and intentions in the comments section below. Let's create a community of support and inspiration. What has changed for you since you started watching this video? What have you learned about yourself? What are you committed to changing? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content. There are more tools for you to use and to have. I have created dozens of videos just for you. As a result, there are even more ideas to implement, more ways to navigate these energetic shifts, and more opportunities to create a life of joy, purpose, and abundance. And who knows, there may be even more intense energetic moments on the horizon. What does the future hold for you? One thing is certain, the light will guide.